All right, this is 2018 Honda Civic EXT with the electric parking brake. I took me a bit of time to figure out exactly how to do this because I'm gonna replace the brake pads. So I'm just gonna show you guys really quick. Process is, let's take this clip off for starters. It's basically, we're gonna take the two halves apart, and to get to that, I already took them out. There's these little caps, little plastic caps, go inside these rubber boots. You can just pop them off with your fingers. And then on the inside of here, driving these two, is a H7 bit. Wait, I got this going the wrong way. It's a H7 Allen. It's way easier if you've got a socket one rather than trying to do it with an Allen key. That would take forever. Once you get it all the way out, you can just push it back out of the way. Okay, now you can take the center section out, remove your old brake pads. Now you can't just put the new pads in and put this back on. Because of this electric parking brake, the piston's all the way out because it's trying to keep it in one spot. So you gotta switch to a different Allen. You gotta switch to a number 5. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Side. There's just 2 of these. One on either side of the motor. Now, I don't know if there's a torque spec for these, but it's just, this parking brake's a plastic housing, so it's not going to be very high. Sure, if you just snug them up good and tight, it'll probably be just fine. So now that you have those 2 out, you can just wiggle this back and forth, and it'll pop off of the spline drive. Now, I'm sure you can get a socket to fit on there. Might be, I don't know, somewhere around an 8 or 9, maybe a 10. But actually, it's an E12. Yeah. And that fits right on there. And I can't remember which way you're supposed to turn this. Oh, that's all right. Basically, you're just cranking that piston all the way back in until eventually it'll just stop moving. You see, it's not going any further. And then as soon as it gives you tight resistance, just stop. It's cranked all the way up. And then I'm gonna take a clamp. Now if that's cranked all the way up, you can just start putting pressure on it. There we go. See, it just pushes right back in. And once you push it back in, it pretty much just stays in there. Hey. You can put your brake pads, putting Brembo ones on. I always use Brembo. The one with the squealer and the spring goes in the back. Sits in there like that. Just goes in the front, and then we can go ahead and put this guy back in there. Just slides right back on top where it used to be. Now, gotta take the bolts out. And put these back in. Not catch it. There we go. That should catch. Starting to get snug. So the other one started. See it anymore. There it is. Wow. I should have started this at least before I got this thing all set in place, because it's really hard to get to this other one. There we go. Finally went in. Actually, putting these bolts back in is pretty much the hardest part because you got to do that one blind. I did try putting the electric e-brake back on and tightening it down to this half of the caliper before I slid it over the brake. That did not work at all. Okay, good enough. Like I said, you don't want to really reef on these because it is just a plastic housing around this e-brake there. Now look at this. Lined up. There we go. There you go. Now, suppose how does this get though? Just bring back on. There you go. You're done. And that is how you replace the brake pads with an electric parking brake. Put your plastic caps back in. You're good to go.